Judges. We have a men's group that meets early on Sunday mornings, and we've been studying the book of Judges. And today we went through chapter 13, and that's where we're first introduced to Samson. And he was probably the most famous judge in the book of Judges. And his parents, it starts off with a story about how an angel of the Lord came to visit his parents before Samson was born. And the angel came to tell them that they were going to be blessed with this child. Prior to that, they were not able to have children, so they were very excited about that. And in verse 15, Samson's dad, his name was Manoah. It says that Manoah said to the angel of the Lord, "Please stay here until we can prepare a young goat for you to eat." "I will stay," the angel of the Lord replied, "but I will not eat anything. However, you may prepare a burnt offering as a sacrifice to the Lord." Then Manoah asked the angel of the Lord, "What is your name? For when all this comes true, we want to honor you." "Why do you ask my name?" the angel of the Lord replied. "It is too wonderful for you to understand." And then on verse 19, it says, Manoah took a young goat and a grain offering and offered it on a rock as a sacrifice to the Lord. And as Manoah and his wife watched, the Lord did an amazing thing. As the flames from the altar shot up toward the sky, the angel of the Lord ascended in the fire. When Manoah and his wife saw this, they fell to their faces to the ground. And something that stood out to me as I read through this is how they responded to hearing of this blessing that was about to come. They gave sacrificially. They offered some of their resources. Now, back in those times, these people were farmers, and their wealth consisted of their livestock and their grains and their crops and things that they grew on their farm. And so they took a portion of that to give back to God as a sacrifice. And I think the lesson there is that giving sacrificially is an appropriate response to being blessed by God. In the book of Romans, in chapter 12, verse 1, Paul says, "Dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all he has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind he will find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship him." When we give our time, our talents, our finances back to God, that's a form of worship. That's a way to honor him and to show gratitude for all the things he's done in our lives. So as ushers come forward, we get ready to receive the offering. Let's think about how we can give back to God sacrificially, and not just financially, but with our time, with our abilities, with every resource that we have in our lives, because it's all a gift from him anyway. It's all from him, and he blessed us with it, and so we just want to give back a portion of that to him as a way to say thank you and to show some gratitude for the way he works in our lives and in our church. So let's pray.